Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have a few things on our project list. First, I want to get a tree in the front planted. This tree has been sitting out here for quite a while. I was just kind of like, do I love it? Do I not? Do I love it? Do I not? And I finally just decided, okay, we're going to plant it. We're going to see how it goes. I think it's a beautiful tree, and I can't wait to show you just because it checks so many boxes. So if you're looking for a good evergreen, I have one to share with you. And then, as you saw, we started to clean out some of the side garden, and I want to show you guys a quick update over there because our neighbor took down that big tree, and it's really just opened up that space. So we'll go back there. It's still a little bit messy just because we're moving things around, but I did start kind of like, we need to do a deep clean before winter sets in. And then I want to harvest some of our cafe au lait dahlias in the front because they're just full of blooms, and it's beautiful, and I love to have them in our kitchen. Even though our kitchen's not done yet, I still enjoy flowers on our unfinished kitchen on our countertop. And then we'll just do like a little bit of cleanup. I do have some things to pick up in the back. I harvested the rest of our pumpkins, but the vines are just laying there because I was lazy and I just left them. So I want to go ahead and get those picked up and just do like a tiny bit of pickup here and there. I don't have a ton of time today, but I have about an hour and 20 minutes. So I want to see what I can get done in that time frame. And then, we'll just get things buttoned up. So anyways, you know the drill. Let's start out with the tree and then we'll get to the back and let's just jump right in. So this is the area we're going to be working in today. I wanted to plant a tree here for a really long time just because once the shishigashira loses all its leaves and some of our other like evergreens to look beautiful, this area always looks a little bit empty. And we did want to plant something a little bit shorter, but I think something vertical is going to look nice and just, again, bring some vertical interest. It always just adds height to a space. So that's what I want to do over here. We do intend to redo our siding after we complete the construction inside, but I've been hesitant to plant more things, because obviously I already have a lot of things over here. But I don't want to plant things too close to the house because I know they're going to come in here and just tear up the space. But where I want to plant our tree is going to be just right here, like right here. And it's one that doesn't get very big, which I love. And of course, we still need to retool this area here in the front. We definitely want to redo the porch or the front entrance here at some point, probably when we do the siding. That will kind of be the last thing that we do. And then these are the cafe au lait dahlias. Look at this. Look at how beautiful they look. Look at this. Maybe we need to do a tour because there's a lot of good stuff going on right now. But let's focus on that tree first. So this is a tree that we're going to be planting today. This is an Angel Falls Eastern White Pine. I can't get over how pretty it is, honestly. It can take full sun. It gets 7 feet tall by 2 feet wide in 10 years. That is incredible. It's drought resistant once established, and it's hardy down to zone 3. So if you think about that for a minute, this is like that tree that will fit anywhere. It kind of goes anywhere you want to put it. If you have a tight area in your garden, or you just want to add some more winter interest, I highly recommend this tree. This is our first one in our garden, but I can see myself repeating this tree in several areas, especially in the new space that we're going to be planting up the side garden. But it's just one of those trees, like if you are having a tough time, like what can I add to this place? Instead of going for something a little bit shorter, why not do something a little bit taller that's going to stay pretty tight? And look at that beautiful structure, and the needles are soft. I am super excited about having this tree right over here. Yeah, I think that's going to look really beautiful. So let's get her in the ground and then we will move on to our next project. is the tree. I loved the way that turned out. I think it was such a good addition to this space. Again, once the shishi is gone and everything, all of the perennials and annuals are gone, this area tends to feel so empty over here. And now it's just a perfect fit, a perfect fit for this space. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is look at how it curves. Just the trunk, how it curves kind of like an S. I love that little detail in trees. I always look at the trunk structure whenever I'm buying a tree, because that to me adds so much interest into the overall look of your trees. And I know a lot of you on here are pro gardeners. You've been doing this for a long time, so you already know this. But when you plant trees, or really a lot of things, always walk around and make sure it looks good from every angle. That way, if you have an empty area, like we do back here, you see how there's no branching back here? I'm not going to put this facing forward, right? I want to put this facing the house, and then out here, it looks beautiful, just like that. Now I got it watered in, and then I dug up some of the drip, because this drip here has holes every 8 inches. But what happens is when I turn it on, this is a manual drip that that it's not part of our system in the back, not yet anyway, because we're going to integrate everything together at some point. But this drip, when we turn it on, this area gets really flooded here just because the holes start out early. So I need to go and cut this up and splice in just a regular 1/4 inch pipe, or tubing, I mean. That way it doesn't spill water over here like it does. It was just kind of like a little hiccup when we were installing this. Instead of doing like a solid run first and then bring in this one with the 8 inches, or I'm sorry, holes every 8 inches, we just use the whole thing. So this area always gets very puddly and wet. And of course, we still need a good solution for the hose. This is not its permanent home. We just had a hose reel over here that we didn't love, so we pulled it out, and still looking for a better solution back here. And also, on an unrelated note, look at that beautiful sky. I love a good cotton candy sky. Well, I completely lost track of time. I was catching up with my neighbor, which sometimes is just more important to stop, pause, pick flowers together, and just catch up. But I did want to show you the back side garden, because that is an exciting new place that we're going to be creating a really pretty garden over here. All right, real talk. It's kind of a mess back here. I know. There's just a lot going on. But do you guys remember, if you watched my garden tour with Janie, Janie came over and she did a garden tour, and then Kate came over and also just helped me design this space. Like we kind of have a concept going, and there was that big giant tree over here, but now that tree is gone, which is so exciting, because that really opens up the space to so much possibility. And this was the area that I started to clean up at the beginning of the video. You can see there's still a lot of things to put away, but you know how it goes. You kind of start in one area and then you come back and you do something else, and you know how it is. But what I want to do is move this wood, because it's been drying for a few years now. This used to be a huge oak tree that we used to have. Or I'm sorry, yeah, no, it was a white oak tree, and we had it slabbed after we removed it, and I want to make tables and benches out of it. So I am going to go ahead and take everything out of here, put everything away nice and neatly, and then take out this wood and see how it looks. A couple of them I'm just going to stand up against the shed on the back so you won't really see it. And then I just want to check how the other pieces are looking, and then I'll probably give some of it away to one of our friends who wants to do some woodwork with it as well. And if I just swing you guys around this side, you can see that there's a lot of real estate for a lot of beautiful things, and that is going to be so exciting just to start seeing this place take shape. This is probably one of the garden spaces that I've been most excited to plant up. Of course, we have some of the siding down, because when we installed our primary bathroom, there was just a lot of construction over there, which I will show you guys inside at some point. I do want to show you all of the things that we've done. It's pretty crazy to see where our house was when we bought it versus now. It's kind of nuts. But anyways, I am just so happy to get this place starting to get tidied up. And oh, I just can't wait to get all of this planted up and not have, you know, a mini nursery back here, because that's exactly how it feels like when you walk in, which is fun. But at the same time, I just want people, when they walk in, they're immediately greeted with beautiful trees and plants and all of the good stuff. I'm pretty sure my camera died when I was back here working, but I did pull up, let me squeeze on by here, pull up some of the pumpkin vines that were back here, and just got this area a little bit tidied up. And just squeeze on by these trees. So we got this cleaned up a bit. I still have the rest of them to come in and just remove everything. There are no more pumpkins on there. Some of our dahlias back here are just completely falling over. And then our cosmos are pretty much done too, because they have quite a bit of powdery mildew. So I will come in probably this weekend and just tidy all of this up before the rains come, so it doesn't get gross and is harder to work when everything is wet. All right, guys, well, that will wrap up today's video. I'm happy I got some of those projects done and out of the way. I got totally distracted with my neighbor, and we were just yapping on and on and on about flowers and what we want to do in our gardens. And I want to help her a little bit in her raised bed, so you might see me doing some work over there. But at least we got some things done, and any progress to me is good progress. So I'm happy we got the tree planted. I'm happy I got some of the vines cleaned up back here, and we harvested a ton of dahlias, which I always love enjoying our dahlias inside. I will keep you guys posted on that side garden. Of course, we will come in and continue cleaning that up and just have all of those potted plants that need to go on the ground over there. But I do want to get that wood out of the way. My goal was to originally wait till we do the fence before we start planting that area, but I don't want to wait that long, and I don't even know when we're going to get around to doing a new fence. Of course, we would love to redo the fence around our whole property at some point, but I just am excited to start implementing some of those design ideas that we had with Kate, and I'm just excited to plant that garden with you guys, because that is going to be, in my opinion, like a team effort, and we're going to do it together. I have some ideas. I have a plant list. I have a tree list. And it will be fun to start seeing that place take shape. I'm thinking in the springtime we'll really dig into it, but right now I'm still like in that planning phase, which is very exciting. Well, I'm going to go inside, get ready for date night. We are going to go grab a bite and then go out to the country and just look at some farms. It's just one of our favorite things to do, is just drive and dream about the possibilities. So anyways, thank you guys again for hanging out with me in my garden today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.